Game begin.
With no further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's hear about the games. And let's hear about the first game, which is the Crackpet Show by Vixa Games. The Crackpet Show is an action-packed roguelike shoot-'em-up about mutated animals that fight in bizarre TV shows, crushing their opponents with a variety of weapons. And I don't want to give away too much, so yeah, let's welcome the pitching contestant and say hi to Robert, who's going to give a deeper look into the game. Yeah, I'd say if we do have a connection to Robert, then we can...
Standing still! Victory is secondary to becoming famous! Gain likes to enter next episodes! In our show, we want the heroes to milk their popularity! Shoot, loot, and fight your dude! In our show, we never jump the shark! Unless we need to revive a companion. In other words, sneak the sunrise past the rooster. You just died. How do you feel about it? This is the Crackpet Show.
Hello,
That was
everyone.
intense.
It's wonderful
Hello.
to be part of the show.
Yeah, sorry, Robert, for pre-introducing you, but yeah, hello, Robert, welcome.
Hello, it's nice to be part of the show, as I said. Yes. So, will you put my presentation up? Yeah, perfectly.
There you go.
So, my friend and host of the show, Mr. Parrot, allowed me to say a few words on his behalf about what's coming this December. So, in the Crackpet Show, you can feel the good old vibe from the late 90s, where gore cartoons like Happy Tree Friends started to get traction. And you can invite up to 3 friends to share joy and pain through 12 of in-game episodes. And it's all about fame and style, because show participants can mix stackable perks, deadly special items, and a huge variety of weapons in order to clear stages. It's all of fast-paced roguelike action, so if you die, you lose likes, weapons, and perks, but you still keep upgrades and sponsor deals. And it's important to say that each of the episode is different, with different layouts, enemies, perks, and weapons. And unlike the real life, life you things in the Crackpet Show, whether this is precious health, new weapons, or surprise items. And by clearing each of the episodes, you gain fame, which can help you secure sponsorship deals and keep some upgrades, even if you die in this episode. And I have to say that the Crackpet Show will be a true test for a friendship, because you share the likes, you share the weapon drops, and if you both choose the same perk, you need to fight for it. So there's like a dynamic mini game which shows the winner, and the winner can keep the perk. And you can say that the audience is like literally having a blast, because they die. They actually don't stick too much from stage to stage, and they don't make as far as you probably will. And we are really excited to bring the Crackpet Show to the German audience, but I have to say our developers had to adjust things here and there, because like tooltips for weapons, which were pretty small, and the sniper rifle in German is like Scharfschützengewehr or something, which is like a quite very long single word, so we had to adjust. Or when the key binding menu suddenly had like so many characters. But don't worry, we fixed it for the release. And the grand premiere for the show is scheduled for December 16th, with 2 seasons available at launch, so 12 episodes in total. But that's actually not all, because this is just a beginning, because there are like 6 new bosses, new enemies, perks, items, characters that are coming within 3 months of the release. So remember, this is the Crackpet Show. So thank you very much.
Yeah, and now it's time for the first feedback of the jury, actually. So let's hear it. Maybe
Do we have an order, or we just kind of go randomly?
No,
I forget.
you should
Go
have
for it.
an order.
We do have an order, but
It's you probably.
Yeah.
Jason.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have that cheat sheet in front of me. Anyways, all right, awesome. Thanks for that. Super quick. You said 4-player co-op. Is that online as well, online multiplayer?
No, so far it's only local. But you can play using a Steam Remote Play. So this is
Okay.
like a shooters for your friendships locally. So you can just
Yeah.
punch your friend in the face once he steals your
Yeah.
weapon, basically.
So mandatory, you need to go online multiplayer, not with the Steam Play together. It's like an automatic kiss of death if you don't have proper online multiplayer. Have you looked at Twitch integration? I mean, it seems, this whole concept of the show seems like you can leverage Twitch and actually have real spectators serve as the audience or somehow interact with the gameplay, drop bombs and stuff. Have you looked at Twitch, the Twitch extensions API?
No, we haven't still looked into that. We have a Discord integration like that. You can easily join the Discord from the game itself, but for Twitch we haven't done it so far.
Yeah, so I mean, the game, when I first saw the trailer of the game, I thought it would be perfect. Where imagine you have streamers that are playing the game, and the audience in the game is actual fans watching on Twitch, and it's all sort of integrated with Twitch extensions API. So I would highly encourage you to look into that. And it wasn't clear from the pitch if like the game was more sort of content based, like hey, you play these episodes, and when you finish them, they're kind of done. You mentioned roguelike, but it also seems like the game should be a kind of match-based game where we could kind of play endlessly, just beating the crap out of each other. So can you comment a little bit on kind of game duration and structure versus something that's playable endlessly?
Yeah, sure. So the way it works that at the start of early access, we have 12 episodes, so like 2 seasons. So the way it works that when you start a season, you see a path from different stages, so basically like rooms, which you can also choose from multiple paths because these are randomly generated. Sometimes these are rooms with enemies, sometimes you can gain likes from the room, sometimes it is a shop, or you fight for a weapon or a perk, so everything is randomized. As well as room layouts, they are each time different. And in order to progress with the game, you need to actually kill the boss, which is always the last element of a season. And once you beat him, you unlock the next episode. But of course, you can still replay the first one, because even if you succeed with an episode, you are not keeping your weapons or perks for the next one. You basically... It will be just like similar if you died. You need to start over from like a basic weapon and no perks at all. So you cannot get into the comfort zone of having a favorite combination of perks and weapons, because you always need to adjust based on the types of enemies you fight and what the game randomly generated for you in each of the episodes. So here comes the way of replayability. And the perks are also stackable, so you can just have like 12 at the same time, which make like bullets bouncy, or 2 bullets at the same time, or you can also get some sponsorship bonus, like having 2 weapons at once, and so on and so on. So there are many variations of the runs themselves.
Yeah, cool. I mean, that sounds great. I would potentially encourage kind of an arena mode where you can literally just sort of jump in and fight each other type of thing. But that's all from me. Renee, go ahead.
Yeah, I completely agree with that feedback, and the arena mode would be really interesting. I'm curious about your target audience here. I know you mentioned Happy Tree Friends, which at the time appealed more to the preteen and teenagers, but I was curious what you think the audience would be today.
Yeah, so right now these are people that are remembering from the 90s, but are now more or less adults. So we think that these are like, let's say, young adults and people like 18, 25. These are the target audience, based as well as what we've seen by the demo, because it's been up since the Steam Festival early this year. So we actually get a lot of data from it, and we saw that this player base, after a survey that they were asked to fill, was the most interested in the game, as we thought.
Next time you pitch, I would highly recommend sharing that data. I think that's going to be something that will provide you with a lot of information that publishers will be interested in, and will help you increase your argument for why you will be successful.
Thank you so much for the feedback. Thanks again also to Robert and the team for presenting, and good luck.